I mean, I don't know if you need
JFK.
to. Oh,
JFK.
yeah.
Oh,
Which
no.
one is that?
Others.
Leaving JFK Drive and Golden Gate Park closed.
That one is weirdly
But it's-
I
controversial.
don't know the
Which
difference.
number?
Can someone?
SF Prop I.
Because they're like,
And
Can I see this
and
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
I like don't even
and J.
understand the difference between both of them.
One of them is more focused on the Great Highway, and the other one is for everything, including
Wait, I like it closed. Why
John
would
F.
they do
Kennedy
that?
Drive.
Then vote yes.
I think it's enough for the weekend.
So let's take.
But that's what it is currently, yeah.
What?
Yeah, that's what it is currently.
Okay, got it. But JFK, they want to open JFK for the weekday.
Mhm.
Yes.
No,
Oh.
they want to close it for the weekday too. For forever closed. They
Wait, was JFK open on the weekday right now?
No.
It was during the pandemic.
Okay.
During the pandemic,
What's-
and they want to keep it like that.
Okay, so it's currently closed.
It's currently closed.
Okay, the whole like.
Yeah,
completely
it's open
closed.
for like walking and
Oh,
stuff,
okay,
but no
okay.
cars.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah,
Wait,
it's
what?
100%
What
closed.
is Valerie trying to say?
And, wait, and
Gotta
so,
keep that pavement pristine.
Where? What?
Nobody's stepping
about
on it.
it?
So going.
What page?
This is-
No, what
yeah,
is
the
it?
Great One.
Oh, so like.
Asking.
JFK
all the
one.
time.
Yeah.
I
Do
am
you use it often?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
You
Yeah.
wa-
That makes
so
sense.
you want to know what it is about?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand it too. I don't really
Do you
know
see
the
it?
difference.
Do you see
Oh,
it?
I'm
Which
just
one
trying
is
to
it? Is
look
it H
online.
or what is it?
So does everyone know like which
I am
part of
J.
JFK we're talking about?
I and
No
J,
clue.
are they
Can you-
similar?
yeah.
Like
Yeah.
Richmond, is there a map?
Yeah.
please?
So it's basically from.
Here's
J.
the map. Here's the map. Check
Yeah.
it out. All the
So are we
green stuff
doing
will be
Proposition
open.
J?
If Proposition
Jane,
J
uh,
passes, all
Jane
the
and I
stuff
are
in
related.
green will be permanently closed to cars, and it will be much safer. Well, okay, now I'm leaning on.
Okay, that's a little
Bias.
biased.
Bias.
That's a little
Now
biased.
I'm putting my thumb on the scale. It'll be closed to cars, and it will be open to bikers and pedestrians.
This
So is there
This is
any
odd.
opening for cars at the moment?
But I think no for
So
Proposition
you
J,
can't drive on
Oh,
JFK.
this is
but
J,
you
sorry,
can like
sorry, sorry.
drive between.
with a few
Oh, you
exceptions.
can still drive
I think
through
it also
in general.
provides. I think it makes provisions for like shuttle services for elderly and handicapped people. Although there have been some people who say, "Oh, that's not enough." So that is the main argument opposed to it, I believe.
The
which is
shuttles
that-
are free too, right?
Wow, it's
Yeah.
free? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Shuttles apparently going to park.
So, yeah, it'll make Golden Gate Park more of a park.
Oh, Proposition J
But
is to
it-
counter Proposition I.
Yeah, what's the difference here?
So I will open
It's a
everything
counter
up.
to Proposition I.
Yeah, Prop I will open up everything, including
Open up.
Yeah, because right now it's closed because it's.
open to cars, including parts of the Great Highway. That
Oh, I see.
if they do open back up to cars, there will need to be a subsequent retrofit type deal in order to sort of, because it's like right there next to the sea, right?
Oh.
Some of the lower portions of the Great Highway are right there next to the sea, next to the ocean. So with sea level rise, city officials were saying like, hey, if this passes, then we're gonna have to like spend $80 million, conservatively, on seawalls to
Don't you need them
prevent
anyways?
erosion, because otherwise it's not safe to drive, and you're gonna have to close it anyway. So if you really want to open it and make it an actual thoroughfare, you're gonna have to spend a fuck ton of money
Wait, but
to protect it from natural forces.
But it was open pre-COVID,
It was.
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, but sea
This-
level is rising anyways.
It's been years since then, and they're just thinking like forward thinking. They're gonna have to start working on it
okay.
now in order for it to actually be in effect when sea level rise,
I
when it
see.
starts getting eroded away. You know, I mean, we don't want people to suddenly.
Sounds like a scare tactic.
Yeah,
Because they don't realistically know when.
yeah, could be a scare tactic. I don't know.
I mean, we
But
just
I
had
mean,
that
how often
earthquake.
did you drive down?
I
Yeah,
just
go
said
ahead.
we just had that earthquake.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Fair.
Hey, who
Fair.
felt? I didn't feel nothing. I
I
don't
Oh
know.
no, because it was in
I
San
didn't
Jose.
hear.
We're on like the edge of it.
What was some people
I
felt
thought
it,
so. That was
though.
a-
Yeah,
I
but,
was
like, the
out.
main
Oh,
was in
I didn't
San
know
Jose.
anything.
Yeah,
I felt
yeah,
this like
yeah.
in City Hall.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
I was on the second
My
floor.
coworker
I
ran
barely
in and was like, "Did you feel that? Did you feel that?" And I was like, "No."
It's like him running was already like the motions of the earthquake.
Yeah.
you
I think if you're in motion, you probably.
My
won't
desk
feel
shook and I was like,
If
oh.
you're
Yeah.
sitting
Dude,
still.
one of my
walking
kids' cell
upstairs.
phones went off, and
It's
that's how I was
very
like, wait, what's
subtle.
going on right now?
Oh shit.
Like the Amber Alert thing, like for earthquakes and
I
stuff.
was like literally looking at my coworker like, should we
Is
get
there-
into the table?
I thought about
It
it
was
too.
so
like,
short,
like,
though.
wait,
We'll just die.
let's
Wasn't it
stop
only
by
like a
this all
second?
out.
Yeah.
Is there a different color for? Because Amber Alert is amber. If an elderly person is lost, it's a silver alert. Is there a different
I've
color?
never gotten this.
I know that.
Never
Oh, I have
mind.
no
Don't worry about it. I just want
Okay, so just to clarify, J is gonna open up for recreational use, meaning like cars can go by.
No, let's be clear on our terms. Okay, so Proposition I is going to open up everything
Okay.
for cars.
Uh-huh.
Proposition J is going to keep Golden Gate Park closed to cars and parts of the Great Highway closed to cars.
So what happens
Oh,
if
So open versus closed.
they both pass?
I
Well,
know,
yeah,
right?
yeah, how does that make
Seriously?
sense? Like,
No. Here's what it is. I've heard that. Well, actually, I don't know if this also applies to this, but there's one You know how there's two homelessness ones, or housing ones that is,
Yes.
that are sort of opposed to one another? I heard that whichever one gets more votes is going to be the
Oh,
one that
so
passes. So that might apply to I and J because they're content. They're
But what a
directly
troll
opposed.
thing to do, like,
That is so.
just put yes or no.
Yeah.
Just to clarify, these were like petitioned to be on the ballot, correct?
I don't know. Some of them might have been put on. A lot of these were put on the ballot by
super-
the board of
Board of
soups.
Super- okay.
The soups. They were soupy.
One thing to note about I, which is opening it up for cars, is that they want it also to be open. So as it is right now, before it used to be only like before pandemic too. It was closed on Sundays and
Right.
Saturdays,
Mm-hmm.
and then now they want to open it up, except for Sundays and legal holidays, but they want to take back Saturdays from April to September to be available for cars.
Why just
Very
Saturdays?
specific.
Yeah,
Wait, for Prop I or J?
Prop I.
I guess there's a lot of events on Saturdays.
I think this
Oh, in the summer.
But then
those
that's
are
the
summer
summer.
ones. Yeah.
They want cars to go in during
They
Sunday.
want
That's
cars
when
to
we
go-
have
There's a
most
lot of
traffic.
traffic
That doesn't really make
around
sense in my head.
around the
I
city.
think it should be all.
Yeah, I agree. They should. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And also, I was even weird that they put Great Highway and JFK on the same question.
Yeah.
That's
They
like
basically
separate, but okay.
trying to
Yeah,
like
great.
get a certain group of voters.
Yeah.
Right.
Great Highway is pretty nice when it's closed down. Like,
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm going back to the seawall thing. If people are gonna be there, like out and about, aren't you gonna have to make the seawall anyway?
Not if people are If you're driving down it.
Just walk around the water.
Yeah.
But it's also
It's a
like
rugged terrain.
Couldn't I
really
drive around the water
important
too? Like what?
tunnel, right?
Not if there's no road
It's
there.
a really important access point for like Richmond people to get to the south side.
It is.
Right.
That's just Sunset Boulevard.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
Sunset Boulevard is the main
Yeah.
artery. Right.
You
It's
want
the artery.
options.
It's the artery.
I like that.
Yeah.
Who
If you cut it,
who
leave
feels
that.
very strongly one way or the other on this and can speak to their point of view? There we go. Let's go. Right.
I mean, I don't drive. I have a bike and an electric skateboard, and
Whoa.
Great Highway is pretty nice.
Whoa. Bias much.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
When
No,
do you
I
actually
agree.
use Great Highway? Like which days? What times?
Honestly, it's just for leisure. I go just because it's nice.
On the weekdays?
Do you
During
live
work
near
hours?
Ah.
So
Or mostly on the
right
weekends?
now it's closed Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, okay.
Oh wait, I think it's just Saturday, Sunday. So,
Mm.
yeah, just if I have time.
Would it benefit anyone's commute if it were to open up?
Wait,
Is everyone in Richmond?
I live in Richmond. I have to go to 19th no matter what. So
Oh, okay. Just curious. That's all.
Sucks.
if I transfer to
Sucks.
Oceanside, it's still accessible because Oceanside, the wastewater treatment plant for Oceanside is still further. I think it's up far enough that you can get there with your car, even with the closure. So I'm like, yeah, whatever.
Was there something about opening a parking lot in Golden Park?
Yeah, that's a separate measure.
Oh, okay, got it. Just check. Just
Oh,
check.
right, right.
Like I think for JFK, I was fine with it being closed on the weekends. Like that was great, right? People took the opportunity to come out to Golden Gate Park and enjoy those few blocks of JFK Drive.
True.
And then during the weekdays, though, I don't think that many people are taking advantage of it. Like a good parallel would that be slow streets, right? Like so many streets were closed as slow streets, but no one's using them.
Yeah.
Technically, sometimes people pretend they're residents. And then
Oh.
it's like,
I'm a resident
I
of the
live
city.
here.
Oh yeah. People don't care.
Yeah,
Yeah.
people
They
ignore it.
just
because there's
drive
no
through.
regulation and there's no polices there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's fine. I mean, not fine, but.
Oh, but like I would take those slow streets a lot, and like if I like kind of hog the road, like the cars like they go on other avenues, so they know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't like how this Prop I is like mixed in with the Great Highway one, because if it was without Great Highway and they just kept it the way where it was closed only on the weekends, I would totally vote for it. But because they added those two clauses there, I'm like, I don't know. I should
So,
vote for
so
it.
you want it to be open to
Yeah.
cars during the weekday. JFK Drive, you want it
Open
open.
on the weekday, yeah.
Why?
Well, people
Yeah,
are
why?
at work.
Just because you said it was good before?
Yeah, and like it creates less traffic
Available
on
for
like
cars,
the other streets,
Oh, like the
like
crossover.
Lincoln Way and.
So
Yeah.
it eases
Fulton.
congestion.
Yeah.
It eases
I mean, most
congestion.
people are either at work or at school.
Mm-hmm.
San
Except for
Francisco.
the
San
elderly.
Francisco.
That would be
commute.
What was that?
It opens it up for people to commute.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Do public transit, yeah, or like the shuttles, right? Claudia mentioned.
Yeah. I don't know. An argument from this side of the city is we need places to park when we go over there. So we it's a lot of parking on that whole stretch that is gone.
Which is also connected to that parking lot one, right? Like if you're not gonna open up the cars, why do you need a parking lot in Golden Gate Park?
Yeah. Parking lot one's what?
Well, I mean, it's only JFK, right?
There's a park.
Well, the parking lot's gonna be in Golden Gate Park.
I don't know, but you're only closing off JFK. There's other streets in Golden Gate Park too.
Or, yeah, but okay.
To park, you mean? And to drive?
Well, I think JFK is the one that like goes through.
It's the biggest one,
park.
right? Yeah, it goes
but
through
you
the
can go
park.
through like the side streets, like Nancy Pelosi Drive or whatever.
That's true.
Yeah, I don't know where,
Yeah.
where they're going, where the parking lot's gonna be located. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Probably it's gonna be located near the museums. I'm guessing.
Yeah, that makes the most sense in my head.
I like it to be closed to cars all the time.
Mm.
San Francisco's a tourism-based
That's
city.
true, though.
There's a lot of visitors who come here on the weekdays that we don't really
That makes
notice or
sense.
interact with, but man, they're out there. I see them. They're out there in Golden Gate Park. And if they're not quite aware what day of the week it is, suddenly they're walking in the middle of the street because they thought it was the weekend, but actually it's a Friday. Bam! You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't think people,
They have barricades.
these are tourists, man. Everything's new.
people
They might be
aren't-
from a different country.
People aren't that dumb. They know
I-
when there are cars. They
I'm
will
sorry.
get off the road.
Even
I'm
when
sorry.
it's closed now, people are still generally walking the sidewalk.
Mm.
Because there's bikes, there's
Yeah.
scooters, there's
Yeah,
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
there is.
Yeah,
Oh,
I don't know.
man.
I just don't like.
I don't know.
I don't know if the mixing helps.
I mean, the city. I mean, the city has mentioned that they want to make things. They want to have less cars on the street.
Yeah.
Right.
I know.
And
I
this-
support that general aim, even though like
Same.
I drive all over the city these days just because it's faster. But I support the general aim of making it harder for cars to get around the city.
What?
I know. It's
That
yeah.
makes sense.
These cars fucking suck, man. I hate driving a car. I don't know. Like, the experience of driving a car is not one that I find fun, but it is
That's because you
convenient.
drive it. I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I support the aim of making San Francisco more
Like
pedestrian friendly,
True.
bike friendly.
I heard that.
You know,
Yeah.
and Golden Gate Park should be like cooler than Central Park in
No,
New
it
York.
would never be worse.
You know what I mean?
You can't compare Central Park.
You ever been to
Like-
this? No,
like
you ever
the
been
cars
to
go
you ever been through Central Park in New York? And it's like there are these large streets that used to at some point allow cars, but now they don't. And there's
Oh,
people
is that
playing,
true? Okay.
there's people playing jazz
Yeah,
and
but
shit. There's
Central
like
Park
horse-drawn
is
carriages.
massive.
It's magical, man. It's magical.
Central Park is massive compared to
I know, and
tiny
it's like,
little Golden Gate Park.
yeah. So why are we carving it up with more cars going through and everything?
Wait, but
you know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
right.
It's already split in
It's already
half,
kind
like
of makes
crossover
sense.
drive.
Right. Like, why would you add more? If it's so small in comparison, and they don't even let cars go through, why would we let cars go through?
That's what I'm saying.
Because they don't use it to get to another part of the city.
That's fair. That's fair.
You mean in New York?
Yeah.
But they would if it was open. Would it
Yeah,
be?
they
No.
would if it was a
No,
part
I
of their
think that's true.
commute.
They have
yeah.
10 million people over there. If you give the chance to 10 million people to actually commute that way, you.
Yeah.
It's
it would-
way more urban.
Well, they have better
There are
subways, too.
there
Way
are
more
buildings that
urban.
are so tall that like there's like complaints about like a giant shadow
For sure.
over
Well,
Central
that's
Park because
Manhattan.
it's so big.
Central Park is
Yeah, I know.
like
And San
Manhattan.
Francisco should become or is in the process of developing into the Manhattan of the West. You know what I'm saying?
That's
And
true.
it's like,
it depends who you ask what generation of SF. Like, if they're
Yeah.
from a different generation of SF, they'll argue otherwise.
wait, what do you mean?
Older gen SF.
They're
people
saying that
don't-
we're
do
they're
not
saying
want
that
it
we're
to turn
going.
Manhattan.
Oh, they don't want it.
Especially-
Yeah,
I'm just
especially
saying
the
that we're
sunset.
going in that direction regardless of whether or not
Depends on-
whether or not people consent to it. I feel like we're headed in that
It's
direction.
a step, or this determining step in which direction to go.
Yeah, and I would like it to be a Manhattan of the West that has the most possible amenities as possible. And I consider this an amenity of like not having cars
Yeah.
fucking running me over when I'm trying to bike through the park,
Yeah.
like on a weekday. Especially with the consideration that like the weekends are no longer sacrosanct when it comes to like, you know, jobs and whatnot. There are a lot of jobs that like you are you don't have
Yeah,
like a regular
yeah.
9 to 5
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Monday through Friday,
Mhm.
you know. It's becoming more fluid, right? So maybe your weekend, when I was working in bakeries, like people had their weekend that wasn't necessarily the weekend. Maybe Monday and Tuesday is your only day to like hang out and chill,
Mm.
you know? So, I
Didn't
don't
we
know.
drive? I'm just kidding.
Yeah. And it'd be nice. I don't know.
Can I
it'd
see
be
the
nice.
map again though?
Yeah.
Just
It feels like it's a lot
JFK is really long.
compared to what is currently
Oh, really?
closed.
Oh, is that true?
I mean, it does seem like a lot, but it says that's what it currently
Oh, I didn't
is.
really. Is all JFK not? Oh, is only part of JFK closed?
Do you know where under the bridge is where Speedway Meadow is? That bridge?
That's
Kinda.
That's where it
Yeah,
ends.
Kind of.
Yeah, that's where it ends.
Oh.
And where it starts is all the way where Stanyan is.
I see.
Yeah.
But it has been closed, right? Yeah.
It has been closed, and it's been so nice.
That's true. If it's
I
been
love
closed
that.
for 2 years, like,
Yeah, like-
fucking,
Like, I don't-
Thing.
I
we're
feel
already
like
used to it by now.
Yeah.
I feel like it's a
All the
little bit
green is gonna
unfair
be
to
closed.
compare
Going to be
like
closed.
closing
It's
this
prop
to
J
safe
path.
streets.
Yeah.
Because safe streets
Close
are
right now.
Oh, this is
avenues
closed
and there's
right
no
now, I
greenery
think,
and it's not like a thing.
And
This
then
is like
prop J would
making
retain
these
it.
streets more of a park.
So this is all
Yeah,
closed
making
right
a
now.
more cohesive park
Apparently.
thingy.
For sure.
Instead of having this is the park area number one,
Yeah.
ooh, better across the street,
I thought it was
park
just,
area
like,
number
this
2.
distance.
Oh, I
No,
didn't
it's
know
all one
Overlook was
thing.
closed
You know,
either.
that's my argument. I feel like we should close everything. No more crossover drive.
Yeah, I'm fine with JFK
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
Park closed here.
That's a sticker
So,
right
the
on
biggest thing for you is that great highways within the ballot or within the measure, right?
Yeah, that's
That's
so weird.
right, Anna.
Huh?
The biggest thing for you is that what is it?
Great highway.
Great highways in the measure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, alright.
For I, yeah.
I don't know for
Wait,
Jay.
highways in the
No,
measure. what does
J
that
isn't.
mean?
J isn't. Oh, J is including Great
Are
Highway
they
too, yeah.
They-
closing
yeah.
Part of like.
part off?
Jay will
Yeah,
permanently
They're
close
gonna
it.
close Great Highway. As
I
well.
will permanently
This
open everything.
part?
No, I think it's actually like this
Forever.
Wait,
Always.
I don't see. Wait, Jay doesn't mention.
Yeah.
So they're
Jay
closing
mentioned
this part?
Great highway.
Great highway.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think so. Yeah.
So our
Yeah, it
cars
doesn't mention
gonna
'cause it
be
doesn't need
driving
to.
on residential
because it's Great Highway's already closed.
instead.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, got
But
it.
then what happens if they need to get to the other
Oh
side?
yeah. Okay. So
They'd have
I
to take, like,
includes
Sunset,
Great Highway, but J
and
doesn't.
then-
Got it.
Jay
Oh, so
will.
they'd have
Jay
to
will.
go
Great highway's
through-
already closed,
Awesome.
so that's why they included it
Oh.
because they want to open it up.
Oh.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So instead of going straight down,
Jay will.
they would be doing this.
Yeah, I is to open it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
Open both.
And if they want to go more south, they'd have to go
Yeah.
to like Sunset.
I see.
Well, Jay is closing it.
Jay will
Further
close.
than what it is now.
Yeah, Jay will close
It's a
more
it's a
parts
bigger
of the
restriction.
park. So
Oh. Wait,
Jay would close
but
it?
J does not involve.
Said Jay opens it.
It does not involve Great Highway because Great Highway's
Jay
already
will
closed, so they don't need them.
I mean, close to cars.
So this part
It's-
was not
we
the
close the door, we
Richmond
open
side.
it.
Yeah.
This part would be
I'm
the-
confused about this shit. I was like, what the hell?
Yeah, this
When you
one
close
is
one
that
door, you
one.
open another.
I
then, like-
Oh wait, no. When one door closes, another one opens. You know.
I actually like Great Highway too.
You like it closed or open?
I would like it open.
Two cars.
Yeah, because I drive there.
Yeah.
Confusing people.
Or to people.
Wait, but none of these measures. Oh no, I opens it up.
I
opens it
proposition.
up.
I would open up everything with a few
Wait,
provisions
so,
for JFK.
I
so
opens?
you want
I
Great
opens.
Highway open, but JFK closed,
I'm okay.
or
with
do you
that.
not care about JFK?
I want JFK closed only on the weekends.
Got it.
But they're saying, oh, we're gonna open
Wait,
it
but there's
on
no measure
Saturday.
for that, right?
Yeah.
There's no measure for that.
Yeah,
It's
there's no
gonna be
measure for
closed,
that.
Like, for,
Yeah, there's no middle ground measure.
Right.
It's either everything's open to cars with a few provisions for JFK Drive, or everything's closed to cars,
Right.
including more
You're
parts
right,
of.
then you're right. I think this could be a decisive step. For
But there is
what-
a middle
what
ground for
direction
I
the city
though,
wants to head.
in that they'll allow cars on, or they'll ban cars on Sundays
Yeah.
and sometimes on Saturdays, depending on
But
the
that's
month.
only for JFK, not
Yeah, not Great Highway.
Prop
Right.
I makes.
God
I don't
damn.
know. I don't like Prop I.
You like
Makes
that?
things. It makes it so complicated. I feel like Jay makes things simpler by just making it so like, yeah, is it not that one crossover drive? Then you probably can't drive there. Because right now it's a little complicated. It's like
The thing is, I
if you
don't.
go to the eastern part of the park, no, you can't go there. But oh, some parts of the western, oh, you can still drive there. Yeah, it's chill.
I don't associate
So I just
Great
make
Highway.
it simpler to make it all closed.
Yeah, because it's not entire JFK that's closed. It's JFK from the Richmond side, and then
Yeah.
Overlook Drive to like
Mm.
the Sunset side, which is really confusing.
Yeah, I just want. This plan is like good enough for me. I dig it.
I don't like
Well,
I dig it with a.
well, the idea is
Love it.
to be
So
closer to a decision. So
As a
So
unit.
no
Oh,
one.
no,
I-
not as
for
a
yourself.
Wait, no,
For
you
yourself.
have to. You have
For
to.
yourself.
You
I
have to
think
vote.
because I.
No, I'll just tell you how
Also,
you
Sarah, do
do
you
it.
think the same way as Anna? You think the same way as Anna?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just
But
kidding.
then I doesn't support it.
Right.
I know.
Yeah.
So I was like really restricted.
So
Or,
no
like,
one
it
eye?
really opens it up.
So no on I.
Yeah.
No I.
It takes away a
Because
lot of
for
the
me,
protection
my-
privileges.
Yeah.
I actually
Yeah,
don't
I'm
have a
okay with
preference on JFK. I only have a preference on Great Highway.
Right.
So no on I.
Because it causes a lot of congestion too.
Mm.
Yeah.
Right, right.
So no on I.
Wait.
Stop it.
But yes,
Stop.
but yes on J. Like,
Oh god.
that's what I say. I say no.
I'd be the opposite of you then.
I know.
Well, Sarah, would you actually use that for
No one eye.
Do you use Great Highway for your commute?
I used it to bring Mondo out, to be honest.
Wait, say?
I used it to bring my dog out.
Oh, I see.
That's all.
That's
I didn't
the
even
irony of it
dog
though.
I need to go.
Hey,
I need to go
I
there.
have more convenience.
I need to go there.
Oh my.
use the road that I used to walk
but wait.
She
Yeah.
has more convenience. She has every right for
Oh
that.
There's a
my
street next to Great
God.
Highway.
No, I need to go
Oh
there.
The
my
pedestrians
God.
can use.
Yeah.
I go there first bus and then park.
like the little.
Then I
pathway.
would
You're
walk.
sunset,
That's
bro.
not
You're
as scenic.
sunset.
Let's
That's
be
not-
real.
It's not
You
good
walk
for
on
And
the
the
beach.
right is a hill. Like, come on.
You can
Like,
walk
it
on
ain't
the
the
beach,
same.
bro.
Yeah,
It's
but
an
how it's
unpleasant-
closed.
But now I gotta worry about cars. Like, it could lead to, you know what
No,
I mean?
there's a
Like,
portion where you don't allow cars.
Yeah.
And then there
I
is
feel like
the
it's-
Great
it's-
Highway
I feel
where
it's-
you drive. There's two. There's the road,
Yeah, that's what we're talking
and then there's
Oh,
the
yeah.
It's the
barrier.
Path,
Yeah.
Yeah, there's the barrier with the succulents, and then next to it is the road with the bikes.
Yeah, there's a paved.
and then the
walk.
beach.
what
right?
if I hate sand?
Oh, God.
It's kind of a
There's so much
synthetic
sand
path.
on that stretch of
What if
the
I hate
Great Highway.
sand? Like,
But it ends at the
Die.
sunset. It ends at sunset.
Yeah,
I don't
it's-
know. I just
Yeah.
I need to train him somewhere. Okay.
The park.
Yeah,
JFK.
JFK.
I can't drive.
Won't get run over.
Oh, but she can't go there because she can't park her car.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
true!
We have
So
a
I gotta
park-
go
Hey, you gotta walk. Take the bus.
No, there's a separate measure for parking.
You just make Larry
Oh,
park.
okay.
Next thing you know, we're gonna be like New York. She has to carry her dog in the bag.
Oh yeah.
It's too heavy.
That's
No.
hella cute. Oh my
You
god.
think it's a bad thing?
He won't go in
To
a
be
bag.
more like New York?
I don't. That's what Will argument. We want to be the Manhattan of the.
Yes, I use those exact same gesticulations.
The Manhattan of the West.
That's what it means. Yes.
Yeah. Curtis, where are you at on this?
Um,
Yes, cars, no cars.
I'm indifferent.
Different.
I like the weekends for pedestrians bikers.
Mm.
But
Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably voting for whichever one that does less cars.
Mm.
Saying that's where we should be headed, anyways.
That's-
Let's get used to it.
Yes,
That's
I'm sure.
that's like against your own, like, because that doesn't benefit you, right?
But the bad part of it doesn't make it too much of a convenience for me either. I'll just park a few blocks away or whatever.
Yeah.
Alright, whatever.
I feel like there's huge upside to make
Thanks, Will.
all.
We had no idea where you stood on this.
I'm just saying.
It was
Yes, I'm
clear
Jay.
before. Thanks, Claire.
Not
Wait,
enough
hold on a second.
stipulations.
Can I just say one more thing?
What else is there to say?
Yes, I'm Jay.
My goodness.
Oh.
Wait, yes on Jay? Doesn't Jay open it up?
Jay closes it.
Oh, sorry. Okay, got it.
Think I for I. in the
I
car.
open it. Yeah, got it.
I don't want to vote yes on I.
Jesus.
Oh my god. I'm fucking dead.
I think
Oh.
Okay.
we can move on. To
Yeah.
Yeah.
Move on to.
Okay,
Beating this
sounds
horse to
good.
death.
Alright, more